This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. You may have hypertension today, even if your blood pressure was perfectly normal yesterday.
11 health organizations published new guidelines that lower the threshold for what is considered high blood pressure. The criteria indicates patients should now be treated when blood pressure reaches 130/80. Those numbers used to be considered normal. Treatment was not previously indicated until blood pressure reached 140/90. Under the new guidelines, 103 million Americans, or 46% of the population, now have hypertension. That's 31 million more Americans than under the old definition. And according to the report, most of the newly diagnosed patients will not need any medication.
And under these new guidelines, the numbers of those impacted by this new change is higher in the African American community.
With heart disease and strokes being two main risk factors, local doctors say now is the time to get checked. ABC7's Dwayne Lindo joins us live with more details. Dwayne?
Well, guys, we all know high blood pressure is a major risk factor for serious health problems. These new guidelines point out the longer you wait to get checked, the more harm you do to your body.
Hypertension is a condition Tim Bethel has lived with for more than 12 years, a condition that even affects what he does for a living.
You know, I'm a truck driver, and you have to take DOT physicals every year.
A problem he says is prevalent in the African American community.
Because a lot of people got it and don't even know it.
And he's right. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, blood pressure is more common among African Americans than any other race. Local cardiologist Dr. Chippy Naluri says with the new guidelines, African Americans may develop risk factors such as obesity earlier in life, causing heart attacks or strokes.
If you are, say, 45 years of age and you have no history of high blood pressure, over the course of the next 40 years, your risk of developing high blood pressure is 93%.
But Naluri says there's a way to bring that number down.
You want to eat foods not just low in sodium, you want to eat foods that are high in magnesium and high in potassium. So naturally, these are going to be whole foods, foods that are meals that are rich in vegetables, whole grains, fruits.
Not only diet according to Naluri, but exercise as well.
So much of high blood pressure is based on your lifestyle. You change your lifestyle, you can make dramatic reductions in blood pressure.
It's something Bethel has been preaching for years.
Because I've had a lot of kin folks younger than me that ain't here now because they got real big and they thought they were too young to die of heart attacks and strokes. And they're not here now.
Now, on top of the previously mentioned ways to help prevent heart attacks and strokes, seeing a doctor to assess heart disease risk factors is equally as critical. Reporting live in Sarasota, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Dwayne. Well, a movie based on the life of a legendary golfer will now be filmed right here on the Suncoast. A documentary about golfer Chichi Rodriguez will begin filming here as early as next month. The production is moving here after Hurricane Maria wiped out shooting in Puerto Rico. Sarasota County Commissioners approved an incentive package requested by Film Commissioner Gene Corcoran. If the movie makers spend $400,000, the county will offer a rebate up to $80,000. Corcoran is happy to have the film titled Bullfighter on the Green coming here to the Suncoast, but she says it's sad due to the negative conditions in Puerto Rico.
And it's all about the life of Chichi Rodriguez, a very famous golfer who changed the complexion of golf forever. He broke racial barriers and ethnic barriers, height barriers, a wonderful, wonderful part of golf history. And it was supposed to shoot in Puerto Rico, but unfortunately due to the hurricanes, they had to find another location. And we have a local producer who has been working on the project and brought it to Sarasota County.
The film will be narrated by Malcolm in the Middle star Frankie Muniz. You can expect to see Muniz and Rodriguez on the Suncoast throughout the course of that production. Well, even with the presence of online shopping, the National Retail Federation reports there are still more than 1 million retail stores across the country. The NRF says 90% of shopping still takes place at brick and mortar stores. Out of the top 50 retailers online, 3 out of 4 of them are those types of companies. Retail sales have been growing steadily since 2010, and Americans spent $3.3 trillion in retail stores just last year.
E-commerce retailers are realizing that really have a full arrangement of shopping opportunities for consumers that they demand. They really have to have a brick and mortar store also.
Coming up on ABC7 News at 6, Erica Jackson will explain how retailers are making adjustments as customers shift their habits.
This is the kind of day where you wanted to shop somewhere outside.
Yes.
The weather was just beautiful today. A nice
certainly
cool breeze coming into the Suncoast. Let's get more with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Here's a look, too. We have a nice breeze and clear skies for most of the day, although a few clouds have rolled in today. And high pressure now continues to dominate the weather over the southeast United States. You can hardly see any clouds around, and that's a result of that sinking air, that frontal boundary well to the south, and that is weakening. We have this north to northwest wind at times this afternoon, and that kept temperatures in the upper 70s to low 80s. We're looking for similar conditions again tomorrow, temperatures into the upper 70s. Right now it's 79 degrees, and that wind now out of the north at 10. And that will bring in slightly cooler temperatures. You'll notice that tomorrow morning with a little bit of a breeze around. It'll make it feel a little chillier out there. The pressure 2993. And the evening planner looks to be pretty good. We'll have generally fair skies and 65 by 11 o'clock tonight. And no threat of any rainfall throughout the day on Wednesday. Most of that, if we see any rain, will be along the east coast associated with that weak system right there developing. But for the most part, breezy conditions will stay with us. Small craft advisory will be in effect for tomorrow. We'll have more on your weather coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, looking forward to it. Thank you, Bob. Attorney General Jeff Sessions making his first appearance before the House Judiciary Committee today, with members seeking answers on several controversies. Sessions testified about the meeting with George Papadopoulos, in which the Trump campaign foreign policy advisor talked about his contacts in Russia. During his confirmation hearing, Sessions denied that anyone in the Trump campaign had been in touch with any Russians.
I had no recollection of this meeting until I saw these news reports. I do now recall that the March 2016 meeting at the Trump Hotel that Mr. Papadopoulos attended, but I have no clear recollection of the details of what he said at that meeting.
During his pledge to recuse himself during his confirmation hearing, the Attorney General is now suggesting in a letter that prosecutors, quote, would examine allegations that donations to the Clinton Foundation influences a decision by the Obama administration to allow a Russian agency to buy the Nuclear One company.
Former President George H.W. Bush apologizing this week after another woman said he groped her during a 2003 photo op when she was just 16 years old. Athena Jones has more.
President George H.W. Bush facing new groping allegations, this time from a woman who says she was 16 when he touched her inappropriately. Rosalind Corrigan told Time magazine the incident happened in November 2003 when she posed for this picture at an event at the CIA's The Woodlands, Texas office with her father and his fellow intelligence officers. CNN has not independently confirmed Corrigan's account, but she told Time as soon as the picture was being snapped on the 1, 2, 3, he dropped his hands from my waist down to my buttocks and gave it a nice, ripe squeeze, which would account for the fact that in the photograph, my mouth is hanging wide open. I was like, oh my goodness, what just happened? Corrigan's story sounds remarkably similar to the accounts shared by at least 3 other women, one of whom asked to remain anonymous, who said the former president touched them in photo ops between 2013 and 2016. Actress Jordana Gralnick met Bush last year at a theater in Maine.
There was a photo op at intermission. He came backstage to take a picture with a group of girls, and he was in a wheelchair, and he reached his hand around and said to the group, do you know who my favorite magician is? And we all said, no, who? And he said, David Copperfield. And at that moment, I felt him grab my behind.
Time spoke with 7 people, including family and friends of Corrigan, who said they learned of this incident before the other allegations surfaced last month. In response to this new charge that the former president groped Corrigan, Bush spokesman Jim McGrath told CNN, George Bush simply does not have it in his heart to knowingly cause anyone distress, and he again apologizes to anyone he offended during a photo op. That sentiment was echoed by former First Lady Laura Bush, Bush 41's daughter-in-law, after the initial allegations reported last month.
I'm just sad that we've come to this. That was something that was very, very innocent. He's been accused of. But I know he would feel terrible. He would never in any way hurt anybody.
The Gralnick and Corrigan accounts are similar to the accounts shared by at least 2 other women, including actress Heather Lind, who appeared in AMC's series Turn, Washington Spies.
Athena Jones reporting there. Still to come in your Suncoast News, Harvard researchers say snacking is an unhealthy habit, but they all agree on one snack that everyone should munch on.
The snack you'd be nuts not to try when we come back.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for as little as $24,999. Or be one of the first to drive away in a 2018 Jeep Cherokee for as little as $19,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. The IRS is cracking down on those who owe back taxes. They send out devastating letters, garnish paychecks, and even put liens on your home or business. You may have heard of it. It's called enforced compliance. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists who will negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms and can negotiate a tax settlement with the IRS. It's that simple. And if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars, finally ending your financial stress. Now is the time for a fresh start. Now is the time to call Tax 10,000. 800-699-3188. That's 800-699-3188. Call now.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKX Sport Utility for $349 per month, or Lincoln's flagship, the 2017 Continental, for $449 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Sun Coast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
A simple snack, but it's one that reduces risk for heart attack and stroke. With more, here's ABC News correspondent Lana Zach.
Snacking. It's not an activity that's traditionally associated with good health, and unhealthy snacking often bears the blame for obesity and diabetes. But researchers at Harvard are now revealing that it may make sense for doctors to support one snack: nuts. Researchers followed the snacking habits of 200,000 people for up to 32 years, and they tracked their rates of cardiovascular disease like heart attack and stroke, and they found that nut lovers had better heart health and lower risk of stroke. Not all nut products are created equal, of course, and the nuts that did seem to have the greatest benefits included tree nuts, walnuts, and peanuts, but similar benefits were not seen for peanut butter. And researchers recommend 1 ounce 2 or more times a week as the optimal dose. So if you're craving a healthy treat, go nuts. With this Medical Minute, I'm Lana Zach, ABC News.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Once again, Lakewood Ranch webcam showing lots of clear blue skies today. A gorgeous day. Temperatures warming into the upper 70s. Perfect weather here in November. Although a little bit windy at times out of the north and northwest, up to 15 to 20. It looks like the breeze will stay with us too overnight and tomorrow. The current conditions at the Sarasota Braden Airport, 79 degrees. Dew point is at 62, and those winds out of the north at 10. The pressure 2993. The high today was 82, a couple degrees above average. 79 is our normal. We'll be there at 79 tomorrow, and looks like our low this morning was above average, but we'll still be closer to this number tomorrow than this. So it will be noticeably cooler tomorrow, but not a big chill. We're looking for some chillier weather to move in on Sunday and Monday of next week. Today, no rainfall to report for the month. Just 4/100ths of an inch of rainfall so far, and we're still 14.5 inches, just about 14.5 inches above average. Well, temperatures around town into the mid-70s, upper 70s inland. The Meadows now at 78 degrees, and Lake Sarasota at 80, Lower Loke the same. Northport, you're at 78, and 77 in Inglewood. Venice now checking in at 77. Port Charlotte at 78. So the forecast tonight calling for generally fair skies with low temperatures dropping down near that 60-degree mark. Like I said, and looks like we'll warm up tomorrow into the upper 70s, right around 78, 79 degrees with lots of sunshine, just a few clouds in the afternoon. Futurecast indicating some rain, a possibility of some showers scattered about the east coast as we see that northeasterly wind flow around that area of high pressure off the Georgia coast. Now that high pressure not going to budge much. There is a front that's heading down. It will weaken the high a little bit. You can see that front kind of fades away though. We're really not anticipating any significant rain with the next cold front that moves through on Sunday either. Looks like Saturday night, Sunday morning, the front will come through, and then we'll start to see cooler temperatures move in throughout the midday on Sunday and Monday. A few showers tomorrow along the east coast near Fort Pierce, stretching down to Miami and into the Keys. Well, nationally, there's no major storm over the southeast United States, just that area of high pressure with a few showers along the east coast and over the northeast. Although they had snow yesterday, things have calmed down a little bit there with just some rain over parts of New Jersey spreading off toward Philadelphia. And then out west into the northern plain states, more of a west to east flow pattern, and no big meridional jump down to the south, so that cold air kind of confined to the northern plain states right now. In fact, it's warming up over the northern Rockies, and this area of low pressure continues to funnel in moisture into Washington and Oregon this afternoon. Temperatures on the chillier side over the northeast, and looking at the long-range forecast models, if you have a trip planned on Thanksgiving up to the northeast, it's going to be extremely cold there. Some Arctic air is expected to move in. Cleveland 44 degrees right now, Toronto 41, but nice and warm in Dallas 78, Denver at 66 degrees, and Minot at 45. For boaters, it shapes up like this. Small craft advisory in effect for us tomorrow. Northeast winds will be at 15 to 20 knots, and seas will be 2 to 4 feet. Choppy conditions out there in the bays and inland waters. The water temperature now at 74. UV index will be high, and 77 for the area beaches. Forecast looks like this. Tides coming up. High tide will be at 9:52 and a low at 5:15. Sunset at 5:39, and the forecast partly cloudy, breezy and cooler, 62 for your low, and then northeast winds. That's close to average, by the way. Tomorrow looks nice, sunny, 78, breezy and mild, and the extended forecast calling for generally typical temperatures for this time of year all the way through Saturday, and then the cool weather moves in Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Bob. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. There is some traffic for those heading on and off Lido Key. There's also some construction just north of there on US 41, and it is causing some congestion throughout the area.
Paper is one of the world's oldest inventions, so it's pretty hard to think of a way to revolutionize it. But one man in Japan says he has come up with something better, a material that is cheaper and friendlier to the environment. Nobuyoshi Yamasaki is adamant that his material, made from limestone and not trees, is completely different than paper. Yamasaki says this process is more sustainable because there is no water involved, and limestone is a low-cost source.
Limex is a revolutionary new material born from stone, which would take place of paper and plastic all over the world from now on.
The finished product can be used flat or molded into shapes. You can write on it just like normal paper, but it's water resistant. It's also durable, and it's really hard to tear. Pretty cool. Thanksgiving just got a little easier for those who like to go back for seconds and maybe even thirds. Stovetop Stuffing has designed these unisex pants with an elastic waistband. They're not the most flattering, and you may be the talk of the table, but they do benefit a good cause. That's right, the company is donating $10,000 of the proceeds of sales of these really good-looking pants to Feeding America charity.
Those are stylish.
There's something. I don't know if I call them
Could you imagine walking into the kitchen and seeing your whole family in a pair of those? That would be a sight to see. I guess you can just go ahead and get that third piece of pie. Might as well.
Pretty cool idea. Entertainment news is next.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Glasses and contacts. You need them to see, but they put such a strain on your life, you miss precious moments. Due to new advances in vision improvement technology, LASIK is now affordable for almost everyone, with procedures starting as low as $299 per eye and over 1 million procedures performed by our trusted independent surgeons. LASIK surgery is a sensible, safe, and affordable solution to improve your vision. Our simple 3-step process begins with a free evaluation, followed by an extensive preoperative exam to determine if you're a candidate for LASIK eye surgery. Depending on the results of your evaluation and eye exam, you and your surgeon will choose the LASIK option that works best for you. So call now to talk to a LASIK Vision Institute counselor and schedule your free evaluation. That's a $100 value, free. Call the LASIK Vision Institute for your free evaluation and enjoy more of your life.
Call 1-800-813-0109. 1-800-813-0109.
Game on, Suncoast. Get scores and highlights from the area's top high school matchups on Football Friday night, just after the news at 11:15. Sponsored by your local Honda dealers.
Well, the hips don't lie. Shakira has been forced to postpone her world tour until 2018. The 40-year-old singer announced the news on Instagram today. She says she suffered a hemorrhage on her right vocal cord in October and has been recovering ever since. The tour, though, is expected to resume in January, on January 9th in Orlando.
The 2017 American Music Awards will be extra special for the Ross family. Blackish star Tracee Ellis Ross will be hosting Sunday's show, and her mother, Diana Ross, will receive the Lifetime Achievement Award. She's also expected to perform. You can watch the AMAs this Sunday at 8 o'clock right here on ABC7.
And 4 couples head into rehearsals this week, getting ready to compete in the Dancing with the Stars Season 25 finale. So that means 1 couple had to go home last night. Here's ABC's George Manacchio with more.
Victoria and Val.
Paralympian gold medalist and ESPN personality Victoria Arlen almost made it to the finals of Dancing with the Stars. But consider this. In life, she made it out of a long-term coma where recovery was considered unlikely. She then had to relearn how to speak again and walk again after being paralyzed from the waist down. So Victoria says the fact she made it this far has been absolutely incredible.
And the love and support I've gotten along the way words can't even begin to describe it. He's a friend for life, he's a brother for life, and he's taught me so much about myself, about what I was capable of doing and believing in myself. And I'm just incredibly grateful to have the opportunity to learn, to dance, and to be friends with this epic human being.
If you ask Val, this is only the beginning for his 23-year-old partner.
She has a lot of things coming out in the next year, and people should look out for that, and I'm really excited for what the future holds for her.
For Jordan Fisher and Lindsay Arnold, their immediate future is the finals. They finished the week #1 with the judges, but she's battling a hurt knee, and he has a freshly scratched cornea from a nail hitting his eye.
And going into this finals, we're going to give it our all. We literally are fighting so hard through all of the challenges that have faced us, and I'm very, very excited for this week.
Also heading to the finals, Lindsey Sterling and Mark Ballas.
We're all feeling a little beaten up, but that's part of the game, man. Gotta suck it up and just keep going.
Frankie Muniz and Whitney Carson.
Thank you for allowing me to do as many dances as I possibly can with Whitney.
Drew Scott and Emma Slater.
We're in the finals.
The final 4 couples now have to learn 4 dances for next week's big 2-night finale. In Los Angeles, George Pinocchio for ABC News.
I can't believe Jordan Fisher danced with a scratched cornea, and then his dance partner was also slightly injured as well.
They were terrific last night. I'm a huge fan of this show, and Jordan is by far the best dancer. I mean, it's pretty clear, but we've all seen that the best dancer doesn't always win because you got to get the fan vote.
Very true. Yeah. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
We'll see you next week on ABC7. And we'll be right back.